28 News at 10 starts with this breaking news alert.
We come on the air tonight with breaking news. You can see right now teachers marching outside the convention center. We would let you hear what they have to say. We've confirmed the teachers are on strike officially beginning tomorrow at 7 a.m. at various locations. And over here as well, we have a member, the spokesperson for the teachers union.
I am here to announce for the first time since 1975, Columbus teachers are on strike at effective 12:01 a.m. It is with a full understanding of the sacrifices that students, parents, and teachers will make together to win the schools Columbus students deserve. That CEA members overwhelmingly rejected the board's last, best, and final offer tonight and voted to strike. In multiple efforts to negotiate through the media after walking away from the bargaining table, the school board has tried desperately to make this strike about teacher salary, teacher professional development, and teacher leaves. Let me be clear. This strike is about our students who deserve a commitment to modern schools and heating and air conditioning, smaller class sizes, and a well-rounded curriculum that includes arts, music, and PE. As a union of more than 4,000 professional educators, we are entrusted to advocate for our students, and that is why we are demanding that every student in every neighborhood is promised they are supported as students and can be educated in a way that prepares them to be active and informed members of our community. The outpouring of love and support CEA members have received from parents and our community assures us that we are doing what is right for our students. Picketing will begin at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The picketing
schools on strike now for the first time. Helping us and giving us the results of the vote. 94% in favor of going on strike here tonight. And
This is
lots of teachers still here.
lots of teachers still here, and their chant tonight is CEA. They want to make their voices heard. Now, this is the first official confirmation from CEA tonight that this is their decision. So far tonight, it has been radio silence from the teachers and the members of this union who wanted to wait to make it official after making that official vote.
Now, the big question now is for parents, how is this actually going to work? And I'm sure some of the picketers as well wonder how it's going to work. But our Isabel Hansen has been speaking with a number of parents this weekend. And Isabel, there's certainly concern tonight, I would imagine.
Yes, Bob. One parent who sat outside of the room where the vote happened tells me it's been a long time coming, and she hopes that both teachers and the board can come to a resolution soon for teachers and students. Some other parents tell me their students will not be in the virtual classroom if this strike still happens on Wednesday, the first day of school.
We're the community. It takes a village.
For these mothers, that means supporting CCS teachers, calling on parents to keep their kids off online classes.
I hope that the teachers that are, in it for more than just the paycheck understand that they have a whole district of parents behind them and that are willing to back them up until they get the basic needs that they're demanding be met.
Regina Prince has 2 kids in the district. Deanna Purcell has 4. Their kids will not be in virtual learning.
You want school to be positive. You want them to be the best version of themselves when they wake up, and they just don't get that at home for school.
Plus, Purcell says her kids require special plans to help them learn.
And it makes me sad for the other children that also need that one-on-one or that in-person learning. They just can't get to their full potential.
Along with their concerns about the education of students during a strike, they also worry about kids who do not have support at home.
I feel like they don't have the proper supervision or the proper support. Therefore, school in person is their home away from home.
As both parents and teachers make tough decisions, these mothers are calling on the school board to come back to the bargaining table.
Yeah, I would just encourage that any parent that has any ability to not cross the line to really consider not to do so.
And until then, we'll be standing behind the picket line. We won't cross it.
As you can see, teachers are still leaving the building where they made that vote. They're holding their signs, chanting. Some teachers just told each other to be safe tomorrow. I just asked some of them as they walked past me how they're feeling, and they're not speaking to us tonight. So we will continue to talk with them tomorrow as they're out on the picket line. But again, they are leaving right now with their strike signs in hand. Live on your side, Isabel Hansen.
All right, thank you, Isabel. Just some information here quickly from the statement that was just released by the board. If you need information as a parent on Facebook, it's at Columbus EA, and you can follow at Columbus EA on Twitter and on Instagram at Columbus EA.
So you can see right now behind us, we still have a lot of teachers, a lot of energy, and a lot of folks who are ready to begin this school year, they say. But at this point, the school year will begin online with substitute teachers, administrators, and teachers who choose not to strike, providing instruction to students. Now, students will still be required to attend classes. Meal services will continue. Grab-and-go meals will be distributed at designated sites across the city. But again, these teachers, their message is, we will strike. They say they are doing it for the students.
Now, this throws a lot of the sports, of course, into limbo right now. The seasons will be put on hold, of course. And for seniors, the student athletes, this could mean college scholarships hanging in the balance.
A lot hanging in the balance there. So we want to go to Clay Hall now with that side of this story. Clay?
Bob, Stacia, a lot of kids throughout the district, I hate to say it, may have played their last Friday night football game for a while. And as you mentioned, this is a key part of the year for kids trying to play on a collegiate level. Maybe a late bloomer gets an offer. Eastmore coach Jim Miranda referenced that very argument this afternoon, and also the mental well-being of his players. He is concerned. With a strike now looming, all of those fall sports will have to be rescheduled. The kids will have to stay in shape outside of game time. There is no practice allowed. A lot of them just hoping for the best. About 60% of Columbus City School coaches are also teachers in the district. Coming up a little bit later in sports, we're speaking with Coach Miranda, who remembers what COVID did to team morale. He hopes he doesn't have to relive that. Stacia, Bob, let's go back to you.
We continue to follow this major story tonight. As you can see, CCS teachers filing out of the Greater Columbus Convention Center. They voted to go on strike after the union and district could not come to an agreement on a contract. It's been a very active scene here just within the last couple of minutes.
Regina Fuentes, the head of the union here, has just spoken to the media and told, and with just a phalanx of a couple of hundred supporters behind her, teachers and support staff, talking about how 94% of them voted in favor of the strike and that they'll hit the picket lines tomorrow morning starting at 7 and go through the day, 7 to 4:30, and then Tuesday scheduled as well. And they hope that this will be enough to bring the school district back to the table.
So the union met for hours here at the convention center. And ultimately, well, many were kept away from us, though. We understand the teachers hit the picket lines, according to CEA, tomorrow at 7 a.m. Various locations that will be. Again, this is what we have learned now from CEA tonight, who has officially confirmed that they are striking, and that officially begins tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Yeah, those locations will be schools. They won't be on school property, but they'll also be at the district headquarters as well.
We want to bring in Regina Fuentes, the spokesperson for CEA. Regina, we appreciate your time tonight. Again, so we are live right now. What is your message to families out there tonight?
Columbus City school teachers love our families. We are committed to this city, and we are committed to what we are doing every single day. We know that this is a difficult time, but we have to go through this difficulty in order to force change. And that is why we are doing what we are doing, because they know we love us. They know we support them. So that's why we are doing what we are doing.
One question we've had, Regina, is the sticking point has been the air conditioning and the heating in the classrooms. It's our understanding that 97% of the schools in the district right now, all but 3 of them have working AC and heating. So why is that still a bone of contention?
Having materials in the building is not the same as having these HVAC systems actually operational. We need accountable language that speaks to timelines and that they are going to get this done. Superintendents and people of the board, they go in and out all the time, but our students are still here. These buildings are still here. We need to know that even if they're gone, that they're going to hold themselves accountable to getting these buildings fixed. Enough's enough.
Again, this is Regina Fuentes, the spokesperson for CEA tonight. We have obviously not been involved in any of the negotiations between you all and the district. Can you describe the mood of the last meeting that you held in those negotiations with the district?
Well, I'm not at the core bargaining table, but the feeling was by our team was that we were going to go at that last meeting. We were going to go as far as we needed to go, if it went clear into the night in order to get this done. The district decided not to do that. They cut it off. They didn't move much from their last final offer and decided to then cut off negotiations, and that is very disappointing.
What are teachers telling you tonight as they're preparing to picket rather than preparing their classrooms for the new school year?
We're ready to do whatever it takes to get the schools that Columbus students deserve.
Regina, there's definitely a lot of energy coming out from the groups as they are leaving tonight, but this is hardly a celebratory atmosphere. How would you describe that tonight?
We want to continue to put back in our students the hope that they constantly put into us. We tell them in the classroom every single day, you got to work hard. You got to fight for what you're going to get in life. If we don't show that, and if we don't show them that we're actually putting action into words, then everything that we've said is null and void. We need to actually represent for our students and show them that there's still hope in actually getting the things that you deserve.
You haven't been here for obviously the entire nearly 50 years since the last time Columbus teachers went on strike. This is really quite a moment for the teachers union. What made it different this time than, say, perhaps all of those other negotiations?
What made it different is that, I think a lot of our members were starting to see the language to be a lot more punitive and to lean more towards not really taking care of our students. And if you've been in the district for a while, which I have, 24 years, or I'm going into my 24th year, you know that the conditions that our students are dealing with have changed over time. And it actually resonates and hurts you to see kids getting, to go back and forth into these buildings that are dilapidating, not have the resources they need to progress and move forward. And we need some assurances from the people who were elected in that office to follow the voice of the people, to actually follow the voice of the people and do what's right by our students.
And you feel at this point this is the only way?
This is the only way.
Regina Fuentes, we appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
Again,
so
the message from Regina and the Columbus Educators Association, they are saying at this point this vote is about offering students hope for what they deserve and what they've worked for.
Something they simply have to do right now. We'll continue to follow the developing story here at the Convention Center for you tonight, and we'll send it back now to you, Haley, in the studio.